Hello, hello everybody. Helps if I get the right button for mute or unmute. In fact, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel and to me and to Ripper. We are finally here. Who have we got? Hang on, let me scroll up. Ranicore and DD, quick in there, beat by milliseconds. Nice. Thank you for being here. Hello. I hope you are both doing well. In fact, I've realised I always say that. I hope you're doing well. Of course, I do hope you're doing well, but I could just say, how are you doing? It seems such a weird sort of one-sided conversation. It's almost like, I hope you are, but don't fucking tell me. It's not how it's meant to be at all, of course. Wifey, thank you for lurking. Oh. Boop. I'm half here, half playing BG3. Fair enough. This game got me hooked. That's fair. That's fair. I can understand why. I would have to admit, I'm not as drawn to it as I would have expected from Baldur's Gate, but I can entirely understand why other people are. I mean, it seems basically like another life, really. But that's fair enough. Thank you. Appreciate the sub. Thank you, and enjoy your ad-free viewing. Yeah, thank you very much, and don't worry about lurking in any fashion. Todis, hello. Hope you are well as well. How are you? In fact, God, I've got to change what I'm doing. I love that wave from DD. Little, what's it? A party demon wave. Nice. Yeah, Toad is. I like the way you got third as well. Whereas it was just 1, 2. Yeah, I'm here. And then third. Oh, I still haven't changed those little emotes. I must get around to that. Summer, hello. Welcome back. Long time no see. Which is entirely my fault, I appreciate, because you've streamed much more than me and I haven't seen you. I'm sorry. I've been a pretty poor supporter the last few months. It's odd. I won't say life is hectic, because it certainly hasn't been that hectic, to be honest, but it's just like days just fly past, and I judge a day by, do I get one thing done? And I'll do that one thing, and then it's just like, well, there we go, day's done, all good, and other things just like disappear out of the way, and then before you know it, it's been like 6 weeks or 2 months or whatever. But I'm glad you're here anyway. I appreciate what day? We're Friday, so it's still a weekday in whatever capacity you can be here. It's much appreciated. Where are we there, Didi? Meow. Okay. I like that kitten earlier, Didi. That was hilarious. Oh yeah, there's the resub. Nice. I'm finally catching up. Being busy and I can't stick around right now either. Unfortunately, life has been. I understand, of course. Certainly, that's well, I guarantee you're far busier than me. Well, I hope you are well, and I hope you have a good day. And thank you for dropping by, however long you can stay. It's always good to see you. Totally time now. Dinner almost ready, so I'm doing okay. But that's good. Excellent. Yeah. Of course, it'd be a Friday evening for you, won't it? Nice. So ready for the weekend. What is it? Full cry. Oh no, yeah, because your hard drive still isn't fixed. Is it not just easy to get a new one at this rate, or is there just way too much on there that's of use that you need to fix up? I mean, that's a real shame. No biscuit, no cookies for the husband. Fair enough, yeah. And exactly the same as you, except remove one thing per day. Right, time just flies by and done nothing. Feels like the COVID years hangover. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, we had some like pretty bad times at the beginning of the year, and we sort of we look back and we think, God, we're September already. It's weird. Like all things, it feels like so long since some things have happened, and then other things only yesterday, and we think, God, we already will. With the latter part, I mean, Jesus, that's surprising, to be honest. With the latter part of September, I keep thinking, I've only just got my head around September, and now we're running up towards October. Someone pointed out it's only like 12 and a half weeks or something like that till Christmas. That just doesn't sound like enough. I mean, I know you can measure the year in weeks, and it doesn't sound like a lot generally, but it's just, it's rushing up. It's rushing up. Is no easy to get. Oh, I see. Apparently it's a model only made by a small amount of companies. Is it a desktop model, or is it like a laptop hard drive? Sorry, I got stuck in time. Gonna mail a new hard drive from Australia by now. Yeah, it's a laptop one. Wow, that really sucks. I mean, not that I'm sure you've thought of all of these. I'm just only sort of asking because I'm being nosy, to be honest. But you know, could you not have gone like an external option by now? Very expensive gaming laptop. Ah, well, that makes sense. Of course, yeah. I wouldn't expect it to run on anything less, to be honest. It's not. Jesus, I have seen some people run it on some laggy old crap, and it just doesn't work. It's not nice because they add so much to the design and texturing that you just like. Ugh. 5 years old? Okay. I mean, that's weird, isn't it? Because 5 years doesn't sound like that. You think 5 years, 2018, doesn't sound like that long ago. But in, you know, gaming terms, I guess that is. I think DDS port off. Yes, I understand. USB-C Samsung for a pretty fast external SSD. Yeah, that is always the problem. I can sympathise with that. You know, tech just does not. It's odd. The price is going down. I've seen people talk about sort of the price of certain things, especially like graphics cards and things like that, are dropping again, which is good. But they're still expensive. It always astounds me how some people they just the perspective does not compute. The perspective some people have on money really surprises me occasionally. I saw I mean, it was completely unrelated, but we saw this video on just like a weird thing on, like, you know, American versus European healthcare costs. It was just one of these random things we watched, and we were like, oh yeah, this is. I mean, it's nothing we didn't know, but of course, all the facts and figures are sometimes still astounding. And you just the perspective of they had an Indian doctor talking about how in India they have you know, social healthcare, which is enough to get people by, but you can go private if you want. And so he had an understanding of what private costs would potentially come to, and even then they weren't really mashing up with the American prices. But you know, there were the occasional ones he got sort of about the right, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that seems about normal. And he's like, oh, I can't remember what it was, it doesn't matter, I guess, but you know, you mentioned one thing, and he's like, you know, oh, only 400, that's not too bad. You're like, 400? That could still be a crippling amount of money to a lot of people. And I don't mean just like the poor, you know, because we all have this sort of this idea of, you know, that who poor people are, and they're people who have nothing, basically. I can understand that. That would obviously, you know, to literally have nothing, obviously anything is too much. But I think even just a lot of average people these days, that's still quite a lot of money. But there seems to be this slightly sort of skewed view that from people who are doing well but see themselves as excuse me, who see themselves as slightly lesser. So they're like, well, I'm doing well, but if I'm doing well, that must mean the poor are doing, you know, better than I thought, or something like that, you know. Like the UK doctor response to the MRI scan cost. Oh yes, yeah. It was like, do they get to take the MRI machine back home with them? Yeah. Yeah. So I think some people who are earning well are actually sort of in the slightly higher tier of earning, and they don't realise. I think that's sort of where this is. They may be potentially above average, but they don't want to say they're above average because that makes them sound like, you know, well, I'm certainly not rich. I'm like, no, you don't have to be rich, but you have to accept the fact that maybe the majority of people are still worse off than you. You know, that doesn't make you, you know, in any way sort of a bad person, but like I said, sort of people who sort of say, you know, what's, you know, 100, 200 quid or whatever, you know, that's maybe not, you know, I think they need to sort of reevaluate themselves a bit. They cannot understand exactly where they are. They are in the poor to rich scale. Well, there is that. I mean, it is a huge grey area, let's face it. I mean, well, it's a shrinking grey area in the fact that, you know, the rich are taking up the larger section, because somehow, despite the fact that the percentage of sort of rich are not only getting richer, but there seems to be a slightly they're a tiny percent ultimately, but they're still taking a huge chunk. And so when you take out also all the money There's not a lot left for us down at the bottom, and it ends up very squashed with the whole sort of poor and in the grey area kind of section. Doesn't help that just changing location can move you up or down the scale. True, yes, yeah. As sort of we found out a couple of months ago when we were sort of looking at houses, we it's crazy just moving. See, this is what gets me as well about sort of sometimes global scales, because like for us moving a distance is maybe only like a half hour's drive away. That's out of our town, and an annoying distance travel if you want to do it by any means other than self-transport. But of course some people say, like in America, that half hour's like practically nowhere, as I understand it, because they're like, well, our local shop is about a 10-minute drive away, whereas my local shop is a 2-minute walk. It's crazy. But it's that, actually. I guess maybe if I want to relax, take it slow. But it's crazy. Anyway, right. The point is, we have the what was that going on? But yes, oh yeah. So the point is, I am sorry that your hard drive hasn't been fixed yet. You just move somewhere cheap. Moving costs money. There is that as well. It's crazy, isn't it? Sort of, someone's answer is just to do things that are completely impossible. Because it's like, I was thinking about this from a, what's the word when you study people? Is it sociology? I guess. Where anthropology. Thank you. Why don't you just be rich? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking from this an anthropological sort of level some time ago, where of course now we have such set borders as a people, as a thing, as an animal, as a being that maybe needs to support itself and those around it. We just have very little option now, which is why sort of immigration is such a weird sort of argument, I think, because we if you live in an area that's completely uninhabitable, you have to move. That's what you would normally, it's what would have happened for centuries, eons past. You would have just gone, well, I can't live here. I think I'll move on. Find a new watering hole, etc., etc. But of course now it's like, well, no, you can't do that. That's across someone else's border. So you've got this place. You've got to stick with it. And it's like, yeah, but I can't live here. There are not the things to support my life. And it's like, well, sucks to be you. That's such a weird sort of idea that it's like we filled so much of the world. There just isn't flexibility anymore. It's just like, nope, we're not going anywhere. We're stuck. Can't afford an £800 month mortgage, and you save up bigger deposit whilst paying £1,200. That's it, exactly. That's what also gets me. Like the amount of times, like as a renter, you're paying someone else to own the place. They are paying a mortgage, so you're paying their mortgage, but for some reason the mortgage company think you can't afford a mortgage to pay. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Little as hobo thing intense. But been playing on the Switch the last few days, but comes with its own name. Like, past at the start of the year, bought the Joy-Cons when my original pair started to have drift issues. Joy-Cons are an absolute scam. I think as much as I enjoy the Switch and Nintendo generally, way back, they've always been something. There's always been something about Nintendo consoles that just doesn't quite function properly. And when when like the Wii came out, they were like, oh, it's got full motion, but then it didn't, because they couldn't get it in there properly until like another 18 months 2 years later or whatever, when they decided to finally create an all-in-one thing. And before that they had to create an extra add-on to make it have proper motion. There's always something, but at least that worked generally. You could argue they didn't make it complete and you had to buy the little add-on to add to it, but it still worked. Whereas Joy-Cons having drift, that's just ridiculous. Although I've seen some people with PS5s have drift, and you're like, that's how? See, the Joy-Cons I can understand because they were so small and fiddly and experimental to a degree. They've got a lot of like miniature tech and things can go wrong. But when you've got a full controller, I never had drift on my PS2 or PS3. Why would? In fact, as I understand, PS4s are fine. So why is there suddenly drift on a PS5? But apparently that's quite a relatively common thing. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, Joy-Cons are just they're borderline a scam now. The amount that they cost, and they're like, oh, you can get them fixed because we've been told we have to. And it's like, well, yeah, except you send it to them and they won't fix them. So what are you going to do? Unless they actually just replace them, which they're not going to do, of course, because of the cost. Then it's like we have 2 pairs of Joy-Cons we just can't use anymore. They don't function. And it's always the left one goes first, and then even the right one starts to ruin. But thankfully, someone gave us a gift of a controller, and that's what we stick to exclusively now because the Joy-Cons just aren't worth it anymore. Azabeth, hello, stranger. Hello. Thank you for the subscription. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. How are you doing? I hope you're well. It has been a while, but we're playing Ripper today, and I did look. I was like, I'm not sure I feel like Ripper, to be honest. I have to be completely honest. I'm not really enjoying it. It has its moments, but it feels like it's starting to feel like a bit of a slog. But I was like, just get it done. We'll just finish it. Well, we won't necessarily finish it today, but we'll keep working at it. Because I know that if I move to something else in its place, I probably won't come back, and then it'll always be sat there in the back of my mind going, I never got it finished, So we'll get it done while we're doing it. But I know what to do next. I had to look it up. I had to look up how to do it because do you remember I had the walkthrough before, which I shall actually get up on my phone, and I had no idea what it was telling me to do because it didn't instruct me specifically. Well, someone, my friend, whilst we were talking about it, he looked it up and told me what I needed to do next. So I understood the next step, but I still also looked it up because it didn't make any sense. Basically, there is should probably look up walkthrough. I don't need the wiki on Jack the Ripper. But yeah, so it there's the whole bit with the the woman who got attacked but survived, so who's our girlfriend / partner. She has a desktop that we got the password for, which is Horoscope, I believe. We have to go into that, and then we end up getting attacked by the police because it's like, hey, this is a crime scene somehow. You're not allowed in here. And then like a robot attacks. And I tried that a few times. I went, it's probably nothing. I'll come back later. But no, that is the next step. And so I looked up what I have to do, and it turns out you just have to shoot it. But there's a little health bar for us and a health bar for it, and it has to go down quicker than ours, and that's all I gathered so far. So I don't know how quickly we'll get through it, but we'll give it a try and we'll keep working on that. Whose do I want to was it Game Booms or Game Facts? I guess. Oh, do I want Game Facts? Oh no, I don't. Oh no, because I was using a hint system, wasn't I? That's the one. That's probably why it wasn't also really helping that much. Because it was like, well, these are only hints. Anyway, right, sorry, I'm chat scrolling past and I'm missing it. But yeah, sorry, anyway, Azimuth, hello. Hope you're good and we're doing well. So bad mid-turn choice, even egoistically. Better plan for an adjust for immigration now instead of limiting it to the bare minimum, because it's going to have large scale one way or another in the coming decades. It definitely will, especially as countries start, losing their land mass because of flooding. It's going to happen. We know it is. So there's no point just sort of saying, well, we got the high ground, screw you, because the problem is you make people desperate, you're just going to end up, with bigger problems down the line. You might as well try and adjust and just be considerate, and essentially try to work together, 1 or 2 physical release today is hopefully it arrives today. Hopefully, yes, yeah. I mean, it would be a quick turnaround, but you never know. So yeah, fingers crossed that might come through. If a Fast and Furious game is released, they can call it Fast and Furious Joy-Con Drift. Sure. Don't know why that emoji popped up. You saw an emoji? Did he pop up on the screen? I wasn't looking at that. Sorry. If I were to guess, there's very delicate mechanics within that can go wrong on whether it fix it. Something being as it is still unfixed. Could go right on whether losing use of something still unfixed. Are we talking about hard drives or Joy-Cons? Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. I shall chug that now. Nom, nom, nom. Ooh, water's still cool. Nice. Very busy having to clear house for Peter's health. Side effect, my mental health too. Oh, yes, of course. Did it clear the house for him? I didn't realise that was an issue. Everyone, internet hugs, no cookies percent up. Yep, that's fair. Says Christopher. Yeah, it is the Christopher Walken game. Yes. yeah. Walk in, not walk in. It's going to be Monday for Pikmin. Well, we did order it late, to be fair. The pre-order, can only kick in so quick, I guess. Even now it's probably only basic delivery times. But don't worry, you've still got plenty. You can still got the other 2 Pikmin to play through, as and when. I'm sure there's plenty to do for the weekend. Other areas going to be arid, the mass migration of animals, and people causing more pandemics. We're really, really better off if we plan for immigration like a tiny bit, because moving by people by the billion is not easy. No, exactly. Joy-Cons being delicate. Hard drives are just either work or not work. There is no fix. True. I have seen people fix a hard drive, but there really is for the layman. There really is no point. If you can salvage anything, fine, but beyond that, it's lost, unfortunately. The worst stuff is ruled out last time. Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I didn't realise you'd have to clear out the house for him. As such, understand. Bummer. But if you need anything, well, you know where we are. If we can be of any help. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, you were talking about Joy-Cons then. So using use of something. Yeah. I just think the problem is you would expect them to understand how Joy-Cons work. So they can argue that, they didn't do enough testing. Or maybe someone could argue, well, they just ignored the fact that they knew these things were going to give out over time. Or they, with mass production and obviously years of use, they couldn't necessarily plan for that ahead of time. Maybe they didn't do the old IKEA test and check it a million times before they got there. So these wear and tear is bound to have an effect. The problem is I don't know if they could really argue wear and tear, because some of these things look and seem to function perfectly fine. It's just dodgy shit, because it's not on ours. It's not even the fact that ours isn't even just the joystick. It's something to do with the controller itself, because it's not the joystick that moves everything. It's also the buttons. So there's some kind of signal problem going on. It's literally just sending out a signal for movement, because you'll hit left or right on the what is supposedly the D-pad, and that will also skip or continue or whatever, completely irrelevant of where the joystick is pressed, and it's a fucking mess. It just, thankfully, but the odd thing is it doesn't affect any of the other buttons. It's not selecting things or taking pictures continuously. So there is some kind of weird mix up with the directions there, but I don't know. It's it stutters and gets confused and all that. But you would just think them having made it, that when you send it to them to get fixed, it could be fixed, but it's they don't. At which point, by now, they should at least be cheaper by now. They should at least have, still not be charging. For us, it's £70. I don't know what that is in dollars. Probably somewhere around about $85, something like that. $85 for a pair of controllers that by now they know are not going to work, because apparently they haven't fixed the design. Because if they had fixed the design, then they could just roll out a new set and say, look, we'll just replace old ones, because they're shit and we know that. But they'd have to accept responsibility for that, which is bad. So they're not going to. So they're still designed the same. They still fail just as often, and it just I just think it's a rip-off. It's a very poor view of their company. It's not good for them, and that's a shame, because like I said, they've always been a little bit weird, very behind the times. Things like, I mean, whatever this Switch 2 is going to be, whatever they call it, and however it functions, is never going to be up to the standard of, PS5. Because the thing is, it's going to be, with sort of potentially, a third, maybe, sort of through the lifespan of the PlayStation 5 by now. I mean, Jesus, when did it come out? So, I mean, easily, maybe third, halfway. And they're going to have, their next console's probably not even going to catch up with that, let alone whatever the next one's going to be, PS6, Xbox, whatever that's going to be. It's crazy. They've always been sort of like a little behind, but to just be outright dicks about it. Well, yeah, that is the thing. They do have their own personal IPs, which are the only thing keeping them going, to be fair. Mario, Pokemon, as you said, Zelda, of course, is still a huge one, although still slightly niche. People out. I mean, I know people who have played Mario games, they've played Pokemon games, but they've never played a Zelda. And Pikmin is, for some people, still just obscure. So, you still have to essentially be in the Nintendo fandom to enjoy those. But still, apparently the next Switch could be sometime next year. Yes, I've heard that. It's weird. I have heard that they've announced that. Well, no, there was this leak, wasn't there, that they are already working on it because dev packages are out for whatever it's going to be, but they haven't officially announced it. But it is getting to the stage now. I mean, it's 7 years old now. We're well within the range of them at least stating that it's going to happen. But then Nintendo don't often announce consoles that far ahead usually, so I would expect, to be honest, probably we're going to hear sometime within the next 6 months that it's happening, and then potentially within 6 to 12 months after that, it'll be out. Whereas, of course, that's sometimes, sort of a little longer for other areas because they try to build up a bit of hype, whereas Nintendo just like, no, people are going to love it anyway. Yeah, that's the only thing keeping them going. It's a really effective way to keep going. Well, true. Yes, exactly. I mean, apparently there was rumours recently that Microsoft were talking about how they could potentially buy out Nintendo, or even sort of essentially force their ownership into Nintendo, sort of via shareholders and things like that. But apparently Nintendo just laughed it off. Be out of business by now. They started playing cards and cardboard toys. Well, yes, yeah. Anyway, right, sorry, everybody. Right. Avoid letting people think they cannot confirm. Well, there is that as well. I mean, if there's such a quick turnaround on these things, they could still ultimately be designing sort of how it wants to be. So we may not see actually what it vaguely looks like for the for the next few months or 6 months or whatever. And then it'd be like all go. Whereas, of course, with previous models, we've seen Xboxes and PlayStations sort of come out with a, hey, this is what we expect, but we're not sure it's going to look like this, Whereas Nintendo's always like, this is it. This is basically it. You'll see this in the next year or so. Anyway, right, yes, sorry everybody, waffling away, but we're back. We're going to Ripper, and we'll see what's happening. I mean, I don't know why we've got to stop talking when that happens. Let's cut to the game. See if I can remember my buttons. Right, it's this one. I did just, yeah, good. Hey, there we go. Whew. Got the right, click the right shortcut. Oh, no, not a new game.
Hey, how you doing?
No, ignore that. Start again. The game will have version. We'll really be happy. Sorry, continue game. That's what I was looking for. Doesn't matter. Continue. There we go. Right, we're looking at this guy. Excuse me, sorry. Right, okay. Here's what the game will have versus we would be happy if we managed to get this into the game, but none of it will manifest. Get your hopes up just to be crap. Then I'll stick with Nintendo as well. Yeah, exactly. Right, so what we have to do is completely ignore this man at this stage. We have to get onto the computer. So we've got one at the... There's the house of the two brothers, one of which died, and we've got the old guy sort of sat there. Soap's Smokehouse. Who? Oh, that's where we are. Okay. Ignore that. This is a smokehouse? It's more like a bookshop. Why is it called a smokehouse? I never don't remember that. Anyway, so, oddly, we can't get onto her computer at her apartment, despite the fact she has one. There's one at the news station. And there's one at the Wofords. That's it. Or Wofford? I can't remember how it's pronounced. We might as well just go to the newsroom. It's and oddly, it's also the computer on our desk, which is just over here. So we get into this, and then I have to fight a robot. Now, when they made it look really easy, to be honest, they just basically started shooting it as soon as it appeared, and there's no mucking around with the right button. Apparently, it's just left button only. So just keep. Oh god, I forgot about the.
Exit cyberspace.
I can't remember what cycles. Oh. That's the quit button, apparently. Fuck's sakes. Never remember how to change the cycles numbers on DOSBox because it's not that it's not that button. That shortcut closes everything. Go away. Oh wait, hang on. Do you know what? Where are we? I could run it straight from here. Don't have to be newsroom. There we go. Mucking around, getting to doors and such. I don't want to press any more buttons now. Then I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so when it starts glitching, I can't change the cycles because I can't remember what that button combination is. Don't worry about it. We're getting to cyberspace anyway. Point is, we get to a computer from here.
Exit cyberspace.
No, I'd love that voice. It's so cool.
Catherine's well.
That's it. I don't know why they call them wells. It's weird. Right, okay, yeah, so... Oh god, it's so... That's what I'm aiming for. Ow. No, I died again. Alright, skip. We're gonna have to turn the, It has more guns on it. It does! They made it look so easy! I've turned the, sensitivity down on my mouse to see if that helps. But yeah, they literally, they were just like... Oh, I don't have to click, I can just hold it. Aiming for the head. Oh my god. Hey, sorry everybody, this may take a while. I'm trying, I swear. And there's no skip for this. Gotta be here a while, we may be, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Okay. It's doing all right, I think. Because the thing, as I understand it, you can aim for the head and do damage, like more damage. You can aim for the guns and take them out. But the problem is the guns are so small. It's like paint by numbers. That by the time I take one of them out, the other three have probably killed me and I haven't done enough damage to warrant it. So I'm just aiming for the head, is what I'm thinking. Oh my God, he's so quick as well. Maybe this isn't the best strategy. Okay. It seemed like when I watched someone play it, I watched them. There was no skips. It was just basically, here's what you do. Now you're fighting Kimba. Yes, yeah, exactly. And literally from the point that the robot comes in, it was maybe only like 10 seconds, and they'd taken out its health. They appeared to be just shooting it. There was right. So on the right hand side, you got 4 bars. You have the top right bar is our enemy's health, and the top left bar is our health, and then the bottom right bars are the ones the buttons I'm pressing. So the left button represents the left mouse button, the left bar, and the right bar represents the right mouse button. As I understand, the right mouse button doesn't do anything in this fight. I mean, it must have a purpose, but they never used it. Literally, I was watching it, they just pressed the left mouse button and went from there. I don't know how it works. I'll say what I say. What I always say, aim for his junk. Yes, but not everybody has their junk in the same place. Okay. Some of them randomly seem to look like they're doing quite well. It's like, I swear I had half his health off before he started shooting at me. But then I don't know why it's slowed down or why he seems to just suddenly rinse me so quickly. Granted, like you said, he does have more guns than me. Hello, thank you. Actually, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. It is his junk. It is Catherine's well, yeah. You were completely right. Shoot him in the junk. Oh my God. I don't know what this is going to give us now. Oh.
Catherine's notes on the Ripper case. My most important clue to learning what happened to her.
Goopy, yeah. Okay. So we just have her notes now. The ultimate weak point. It really is.
Exit cyberspace.
Will do. That's what we want. Can we skip this? Wait, what? Oh, okay. That's weird. It had I didn't realise there was 2 stages to exiting, so when I pressed escape, it just cancelled. But I wasn't expecting that. He came for proving right. Right, okay. So what have we got here? Who's, when, where, why? Inventory? Nothing, okay. This is all whack. What have we got here? Oh yeah, the notebook doesn't do anything. I forget that. Oh, it's this side for cancelling. There we go. Database. Circuit manual? Oh my god, I forgot about this. Okay, ignore that.
Salisbury.
Oh.
I wonder what that means.
Oh, I was wondering why he wasn't changing anything. He wasn't telling us. So you're you're right. Give me 1 second. I'll exit out of this and save. Needs more cell death. Nevik, hello, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you are well. Every game needs more cell death. Oh, hello, cat. What are you doing? Electronic journal. Enter decryption key? I don't know. Ripper book. Oh my god, cat. What are you doing? Come on, out of the way. Ugh. I missed the opportunity for a Balchinian joke. Damn it. You're wet. Is it raining? Or is it just... Oh, we might have been out in the rain. I was been under a wet bush or something. No, stop. When I put you on the bed, it was because I wanted you off my lap, mister. God, he's been so pestering lately. Right. I have no idea what this book is about or why. But, oh, power. God. The UI here is so weird. Right, where are we? What's the save button? Save game, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah. I go with pictures, I don't need a description. You desire the non-VIP. Oh no! Oh dear. Well, that's embarrassing. But you'll always be VIP in our hearts. But how are you anyway? Are you? I hope you are well. That's why I opened up. Oh, it is raining. Oh, that's why he can't. Okay. That makes me even more of a VIP. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, what is that logo you've got? Like a tiny snowflake? Something blue is all I can tell. It doesn't quite... A snowflake or a compass of some description? I don't recognise it, and I can't move my mouse over there. It's stuck. Wait, let me test this. Okay. Right, anyway, okay, so that gave us that. Now, I know what we should have afterwards, but did that really help change anything? Here we are, Falconetti Safe House. This is the bit. Will it bop cowgirl? I'm sorry. Darn. What were you expecting to happen? Right, so this is what we need. Now, again, there's issues with feedback in this game. Cowgirl Bebop? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Automate hates cowgirl, does it? Oh, mine shouldn't really hate anything. I've turned off most stuff because it's like, well, if you're going to be a prick, let's face it, the amount of people I get in, I'll just ban you manually. It's easier. It's normally links and stuff I try to get rid of just for those little spammy shit. Why does it hate cowgirl? That's weird. Could be silly. It can be, yes, yeah. Yeah, anyway, so what we didn't realise was the fact that the information we gained from Catherine's Well is the whereabouts of Falconetti. I thought his name was Falconetti. But maybe that's something else entirely. His safe house, as well as obviously that encrypted document, which I don't understand how we're going to decrypt right now. One get cranky at crabs, and Icky's apparently gets cranky about dinosaurs. Oh yeah, I heard him mention that the other night. Yeah. Like, why? It's so crazy.
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus Maximus.
Circus Maximus.
120/70. Pulse 58. Respiration normal.
Right, okay, that's the way out. Okay. Just one turn. Okay, easy enough.
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus Maximus. Blood pressure 120/70. Pulse 58.
You.
Respiration normal.
What the hell are you doing?
Jake Quinlan looking for the Falcon.
How do you know who I am?
Talon 1, Circus Maximus.
Gambit called ahead.
Blood pressure 120/70.
It's strange. Burton usually sends Dr. Cable whenever she's in trouble.
Oh, news travels fast.
I guess.
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus Maximus.
Does anyone remember how to up the cycles? Because this the skipping is kind of annoying. But
Pulse 58.
no worries if not, don't worry.
Respiration
Yeah, see, so he's not Falconetti's, he's Falconetti. That's about his talents.
1, Circus
Oh no, okay. Falconetti's safe house to find out where Falconetti is?
Pulse 58.
Where's Falconetti?
Not a simple question. He's usually in two places at once.
Like
Tell
control of his
Burton
arms,
and
yeah.
Cable they gotta beg in person for Eddie's aid.
Blood pressure 120/70.
Ooh, get angry or be persuasive. Well, I don't think he's gonna...
Respiration normal.
I think we'll use our charm on this one.
Look, Twig.
Monitoring Talon 1.
Oh, this is
This is
Twig.
important. One of my colleagues is in a coma. She was attacked by the Ripper.
Lick him.
Eddie may be the only one who can help.
Respiration normal.
You gotta do better than that, Ace. Burton's hospital is full of sick
Circus Maximus.
people.
Blood pressure 120/70.
Eddie can't cure everybody.
Pulse 58. Respiration normal.
Okay. Thank you for the hydrate, dude. Let's ask about his talents.
Tell me, Twig. Is Eddie as good as his rep?
Best I've ever seen, and I'm no amateur.
Pulse
He
58.
can deck for days straight and keep sharp. No paranoia, no mental fatigue, no loss of rationality.
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus
Of course, it
Maximus.
doesn't hurt to have someone like me
Pressure 120/70.
cooking for him.
Cooking.
Pulse 58.
You keep him drugged.
Hey, even an archangel like the Falcon needs medication.
Be right back. No problem.
Extended decking,
Monitoring Talon 1,
very hard on the
Circus Maximus.
dendrites, man.
Blood
And
pressure
the
120/70.
took us. Lots of sitting.
I could imagine.
It is. It's crazy. Also, he can't wear his rings properly. They only ever go up to his knuckles. Do you think they just couldn't find ones that fit, or it's some kind of a
Pulse 58.
fashion statement?
What's with the shadow?
Respiration normal.
Like him? He's a movement model for a sea-space doppelganger I'm developing. If it all works out, it'll give me true multitasking capability. This is just practice, of course. The real thing will be in cyberspace.
Respiration normal.
Excuse me. Sensors itch.
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus Maximus. Blood pressure 120/70.
Okay.
Pulse 58.
So he literally gave us nothing? What are we supposed to do here?
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus
Oh,
Maximus.
just go behind him, maybe? Do. Don't mind me.
Pulse
Damn.
58.
How am I supposed to open this?
What?
Monitoring
You
Talon
tell
1,
me.
Circus Maximus. Blood pressure 120/70. Pulse 58. Respiration normal.
Ooh. Oh. No sitting down for us, apparently.
Circus Maximus. Blood pressure
What is Circus Maximus?
You're really beginning to be a pain in the ass.
respiration normal.
You're really beginning to be a pain in the ass.
I don't care.
You're really beginning to be a pain in the ass.
Circus Maximus.
Here's a pain in the ass. Bite him.
Pulse 58.
Oh, look. I got a funny skull.
You're really beginning
No,
to be a
damn it.
pain in the ass.
Okay. So,
Monitoring
I don't like to think that we can just
blood pressure
block ourselves with bad conversation because I chose, be nice instead of get angry. Because I can't imagine get angry was going to help either because this guy's drugged up. What does he care about some guy being angry?
monitoring LN1 circus maximus.
We don't have anything in our inventory.
Blood pressure 120/70. Pulse 58.
You know what? I've got the hint system up. Why am I being so... Right, what section are we in? Falconetti, here we are.
Monitoring
How can I find
circus
Falconetti?
maximus.
I've been asking around. Check with Twig for a clue.
Pulse 58.
Oh, see him in cyberspace before you can find him.
Monitoring LN1
Oh,
circus maximus.
okay.
Blood pressure
Check with
120/70.
Twig for a clue. What did he tell us? Oh, God. He's given us a clue and I have no idea what it was.
Respiration.
Alright. So now we have to... Oh, hang on. Why am I always doing this? I keep forgetting. We can just
Monitoring
quick travel from anywhere. I keep forgetting that. We'll go back to the newsroom again. So now we have to go back into cyberspace to find or see Falconetti first. Which is somehow triggered now by speaking to Twig. It's twiggered. It's twiggered now. God. How did this game ever get anywhere? Although, to be fair, I didn't hear it had a great reputation. So that might be why.
Operating system.
Boom.
Exit cyberspace.
No, don't want to. Let's go this way. Why not? These icons are weird.
Virtual Herald.
But he wouldn't be at the Herald, would he? No.
Virtual library.
Would he? No. He wouldn't be back at the library, surely.
Wofford Well.
Wofford Well? Welcome back, Dee Dee.
This is really strange. Books, pictures, and references to Victorian England. The old man must have been constructing a virtual Victorian environment at the time of his murder. But why?
Why indeed? Right, so he said he's often in two places at once, unless he was also mentioning other stuff I missed, because I was chaffing away about other shit.
Apparently the Woffords did most of their notional modeling in this well. The virtual tools of the trade were apparent, but what caught my eye was the scale model of a virtual city that was stored here.
How do we get out? How do we back up? We'll just hit escape. Okay, fair enough. So apparently he gave some kind of...
Falconetti Circus.
Oh. Oh. Okay, now this is the weirdest thing, right? It says he gave us a clue. We didn't straight. Thank you. Oh, I was just actually putting my arms up anyway. Oh, thank you. Actually, I needed that. It was a bit. I decided. Right, hive mind. Yeah, I decided yesterday I was going to attempt some push-ups, which I hadn't done in a very long time. I got to 5 and thought I was going to die, which is unusual. There has never been a time in my life when I haven't at least been able to manage a few push-ups. Until now, obviously. At which point I was just like, that's sort of obviously how unfit I've got. Hello, cat again. 5 is formal and I can manage. Well, I can appreciate that now. It's more than a few. Well, it's a rounded number to a degree. You know, I wasn't going to try and push it to 10, but I would never have made it to 10. Whereas I used to be able to. I mean, Jesus, I used to do like 10 to 15 to warm up. Granted, we're talking several years ago, quite a few pounds later, but 4.5 is what I can do. yeah. The down bit's easy. It's the up that's the problem. Anyway, yeah. So of course today my not in any real pain, but my arms are a little like, oh, that's something we're not used to. There's never a time in my life when I could manage a few push-ups. It's I think the problem is it's a matter of weight distribution as well as strength. I've always been very weak in the like the triceps is the problem. I've never been able to manage push-ups as well as like some people could. I was always more of a sort of an arm curl kind of person. That was much easier generally. Asked me to climb that dang rope in gym. I cannot climb. Oh, I used to love the rope. It was always more people getting a chance on the rope than I ever got. But again, that's back at school. I weighed like a third of what I do now. Knee push-ups and work your way up. Hello, cat. What are you doing? Anyway, the point is, sorry, as I was saying, the clue. It says we needed a clue here. The clue obviously would have been it was talking about a circus. It was talking. What circus was it talking about? The voice in the background when we were talking. Push up on your knees. Well, yes, yeah. That's when you're essentially in a dog, I guess. You're on your hands and knees, and then you push up from there, right? As opposed to like full weight on your upper body. Your knees are taking a lot of the weight off, aren't they? But I was being cocky. I was like, nah, it's going to be fun. And then I was like, oh god, this is harder than I thought. Anyway, yeah. So of course the clue was circus. Now, but the stupid thing is, we didn't know what this was called because prior to this clue, the Falconetti Circus was not open. It was locked. We'd see this. You could argue it looks a bit like a clown, so we go, oh, clown circus. But we'd have no idea what it was called, so that clue was completely irrelevant. What we needed was just basically come here and look at what's now open as opposed to Eddietti Circus or something. It's the Falconetti Circus. Don't go into dogs, it's very rude. Oh, Falconetti, yes, yeah. So it's like the clue is irrelevant because prior to this we didn't know about this or exactly what it is. The only clue we had to work on was the fact that it looks vaguely like it involves a clown. So we would have to hear the circus, like the word circus in the background, and put together circus, vague image of a clown, that's where I've got to be. And it doesn't make any sense as a clue when really the only clue we needed was go back into cyberspace because the way you couldn't go before is now open. It's so weird. Nothing like gravity to remind you how of a master your own body work. Yes, yeah, exactly. Millennium Falconetti Circus. Yeah, exactly. Pitapple, hello. How are you doing? Hope you are well. Hot dogs now 40% less soylent. Oh no. Anyway, we shall go into this weird circus and see what is. Oh god, hang on. This need a. Wait. Oh no. It needs a code. That's what. Okay, that's also what the clue probably was. God damn. I can so. Yeah. Look, would you stop sitting on the arm of my chair? I can't move. There we go. Oh no. What did he? Oh no. Cat. No. Yeah. Doing right. Got toast with the last of the Nutella. You got the last of it. Nice. I'm here to. Oh no. Okay. Hang on. Check with Twig for a clue. Oh, god damn it. Gustav. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hang on. See, at some point, Berman, Incorporated might be a thing, but I have no idea.
Exit cyberspace.
But at least it says on it what it is, so if we hear the name Berman, we know where we're going. Right, hang on. You. I want to go back to here. What's this saying in the background?
Monitoring Talon 1, Circus Maximus.
Circus Maximus.
120/7.
You're really beginning to be a pain in the ass.
Oh god, and he won't repeat things he's said.
damn it, Oru!
Exactly.
Blood pressure 120 over 70.
Circus Maximus. This has.
Pulse 58.
Oh god. Okay. I can't. It doesn't even specifically state where I got this from. I assume this was from her,
Monitoring
but I can't remember.
circus
Like her documents.
Blood pressure
So
120 over 70.
Oh, every time.
Pulse
Salisbury.
Yes.
I wonder what that means.
monitoring.
Did we put that in here?
Circus Maximus. Blood pressure 120 over 70.
Have we already used Salisbury?
Pulse 58.
No. Okay.
Respiration normal.
Am I typing it correct? I thought it was.
Salisbury.
Monitoring.
Yes.
I wonder what that means.
Circus Maximus.
Salisbury. Yeah. It is.
Blood pressure 120 over 70.
Decryption key.
Pulse
I mean, Sainsbury's can't go. Yeah.
respiration normal.
I did get that right. Salisbury.
Monitoring Talon 1 Circus Maximus.
No. Okay. It's not that.
120 over 70.
Right. Okay.
Pulse 58. Respiration normal.
It means the stake. It does. Yeah. Okay. So is it Maximus?
Monitoring Talon 1 Circus Maximus.
Circus Maximus.
Blood pressure 120 over
Because if he's not going to repeat clues, I have no idea what he said.
58.
Like, even if I was listening, I can't remember it now. I think, just remembered. I'm pretty sure I have a page in my clue book, my gaming clue book, about Ripper. I don't know why I don't have that open for notes. No, definitely not that. Here we are. Oh, hang on. Oh. Wait, where am I looking? Oh, yeah, to the right. Okay. Maybe it's pain in the ass. Maybe? Exactly. It's the only thing he repeats, isn't it? Oh, yeah, Salisbury. I've written that down. Oh, I have actually made some notes here. I have no idea what the hell they're about. And Hamilton, created virtual world. Patent award. Oh, I was wondering why I wrote anal, but of course it's...
Cyberspace.
Let's talk about clocks, it's analog. Twig in Hoboken, apparently. Aquarius, 20... Jesus, I've made some random notes here. Apparently not a lot of them working. Dirty mind. It's part of the word, and I obviously couldn't be bothered with the rest of it. But... on... Thank you, Derek.
Falconetti Circus.
For highlighting that. I obviously couldn't be bothered, and out of context, it sounds a bit weird. I'd expect this from his orchestra. Oh my god, it was Maximus, wasn't it? No? Did I type that? Hang on, Maximus. No, okay, god damn it. Okay, so it's not that. Pain in the ass. No. Okay. I wanted Murder Clown. Yeah. Oh, Circus Maximus? Oh, it could be, actually, yeah. Just make sure I got that right, yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, thank you. It makes sense.
Well,
Oh, it's this guy.
I think you got him.
What the fuck is going on here?
It's a 40 gigabyte virtual environment. Made it myself. Pretty impressive, huh?
Tony says are smart. Yes, yeah.
Think of it like a game room, and you're my favorite toy.
What was this guy in?
You're called the Answer Doll.
Commando.
And the idea is, I
How
throw
big? 40
a
gigs, yeah.
knife, and you answer a question.
Yep.
Who the fuck sent you? Ah, shit!
How exactly is this pain being transferred to the person? I don't get it. Tell her... Oh, God, hang on. Stand up to him and demand your release. Farley sent you.
Farley! At the Medicog morgue.
Bullshit! Claire sent you.
Ah!
I know where that last knife went. Yeah. Tell Eddie about Catherine Powell. Oh, something about the Ripper? Catherine?
I have a friend in trouble. She needs help.
I love showing up, Claire.
Give me a release. Zip.
First, you gotta show me what you're worth in cyberspace. I'm gonna work with you. I can see if you can handle yourself.
Oh no, is this another fight?
What are you talking about?
You shoot a bad guy, you get a point. You shoot a good guy,
Oh no.
you lose.
God damn it.
I had high score. You beat it and we'll talk.
What?
Okay. I shoot good.
No, you don't. I don't shoot good. Oh God. Right. Range of motion. That was good. Okay. Was that a bad guy? Am I only shooting skeletons or what? Okay, so the ding works. Yes, exactly. I like you, Sally. So I am going to kill you last. Look, thanks for the lurk, Diddy. You can't even keep his skull inside his head. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm not looking. Are those people? Are those good guys? What the fuck is happening? No. No, I think it's lose a point if I shoot a good guy. Oh, no. This is so loud. High score 30, your score 52. Oh, I shot two good people. Okay. Really? I wasn't even trying any. Did I beat his high score?
Nice
Oh.
shooting, cowboy. Reckon you can fly with the Falcon after all.
Another window
How's
smaller.
about you and me back at the hacienda?
Now, you wouldn't be lying to me now, would you, Eddie?
His score was
'Cause I've
terrible. It
been
was.
to your house, and you weren't there.
Well, just because you can't see me doesn't mean I'm not there. Talk to Twig. He'll be expecting you.
Oh my God. That whole thing was very loud. Well, yeah, I mean, thankfully, very easy as well. Oh, I can't even go back into her well anymore. Is it? Information done.
Exit cyberspace.
Please do. Sorry, anyway, I was a little distracted. Talk to me games. Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes, it took me a second. He's Sully from Commando. Yeah, awful score. Right, you know what though? We will save, just so we don't have to do it again, if ever. There we go. All good, all good. We're making progress. Oh, and I keep forgetting I can quick travel from here. Here we are. So we go into the Falconetti. It's so weird.
Monitoring Helen 1, Circus Maximus.
Play straight with me, Twig. I'm all played out. I want to see your boss in the flesh.
Relax.
58.
He wired me on the Ethernet. He's on the other side of the door behind me.
Ethernet.
Once I open it, though,
Monitoring
you're on your own.
Circus Maximus. Blood pressure 120.
Okay.
Pulse 58. Respiration normal.
Is this going to be like a hydrate? Oh, thank you, Didi. Walks into a wall. Is this going to be like a house from New Vegas situation?
Pulse 58.
Guy hooked up and looking really ugly.
Respiration normal.
Thank you, Didi. Oh, Jesus. Oh. The hell? Okay, that's our turn around and walk out button. Yeah. I wasn't sure what I'm looking at here either. Okay, so there's Indiana Jones. Oh, okay, he is wearing clothes, at least.
Christ, I feel like a fucking corpse. Lucky for you, I had to come up for air.
Hey, Twig, you lazy piece of shit! What kind of cheap-ass nootropics you feed me? I barely keep up with the data transfer in there.
Wonder I lost that fucking contest. All right, hotshot. What do you want?
Okay. Right, the knives on the wall? Who do I care about the knives on the wall, really? Tell him about Powell. Surely he knows anyway. Ask about the Ripper.
What's your take on the Ripper, Eddie?
Holy shit, I just realized you're the one he writes to. He's the only reason to read the rag.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Fucking guy's incredible. He gets in there, paints the room in blood like Jackson Pollock on crack, and gets out without a trace. And that's buzzing about this psycho.
You sound like his #1 fan.
I can't get the guy out of my head. His stealth, his tools. I've been collecting knives for 30 years. I don't have a clue what kind of blade he's using.
I guess, yeah, something along those lines. Although I still don't understand how these things sort of work, supposedly. Might as well just ask about everybody, I guess, if
How
we get a
did an
chance.
outlaw like you hook up with a respected doctor like Burton?
You mean she didn't tell you? Babe has the hots for me. Has for years.
Sure.
Does she?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's this detective named Magnata working the case. Won't tell me much.
You say Magnata? Christ. He's worse than fucking criminals.
Sounds like you know him.
Know him. I know him. I know I'd like to blow his fucking brains out.
Well,
Well, ask about the knives, actually.
what's with all these knives?
Well, for one, I'd say they're sharp.
I didn't mean that.
Oh, I see. I collect knives, and there's a serial killer loose. Knives equal killer, right?
No, just mental.
I heard you reporter types were smart, but heck, you're way over my head here.
Okay. My friend and partner was attacked by the Ripper.
If you're going through all this for a woman, I assume you're doing her. Do crazy shit for love, don't we?
Yeah, I'm
We.
beginning to think so. Look, Eddie, why don't you help me out with Catherine?
Who?
Why should I risk my ass for you?
Oh. Yeah, okay. I think both of these would probably work then. You can get in on the Ripper case. Oh, God. Which one's the most, though? I mean, most likely it's going to help him get in on the case. Or it's going to piss off Magnata. I'm not sure that it really matters. Let's just say the Ripper.
You could get in on the Ripper case.
I'm interested in the Ripper, not your girlfriend.
You can save a Ripper victim. I mean, think of the publicity.
Oh, help me up. You could stab
Well,
him.
with publicity, I'm a fucking outlaw.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Neither. It doesn't matter which one you go with.
You could piss
As long
off
as you-
your old enemy, Magnata.
Here's the deal. I've been in cyberspace for 80 hours. I gotta collect from 2 bookies, eat a big steak, 'cause I'm dying for some real food, and sweat these cheap-ass nootropics out of my system. It'll take a couple hours. I'll meet you at the ICU later. Then we'll see what a genius can do about your babe.
Great. I'll see you there.
Okay, disc 3. Well, we're on to Act 2.
I was beginning to think I was in a bad mystery novel where everyone did it. It was also beginning to look like I didn't know Catherine as well as I thought I did. The private sources, the research she'd been up to, and the secret meeting with the Ripper. And she never told me a thing.
Dun, dun, dun. Do you know what? It strikes me, I feel like this wants to be a mature... well, I mean, almost definitely wants to be like a mature Tex Murphy game. Like, the way it's set up, it feels very much like that. But then it's also just doesn't quite hit, you know? Anyway, so we've been told to come here. She's irrelevant, apparently. So I'll assume we're now a couple of hours later. Look slow. Ah, hello. Oh, Dee Dee, hello. Yes. What? Everyone here is good people. Especially you. We are all good. Plus Dee Dee is very good. Thank you, Dee Dee. Where am I going? Turn around. No, I don't think anyone should trust that elevator in the slightest. Could be fun though. You know, it just like one of those fairground rides that's like they stick you on like one of those, you know, really high poles, and you have like seats around the side of it, and then it just drops you. It could be like one of them, except it's not around a pole. There's no seats, and there's nothing to stop you just crashing at the bottom. But beyond that, I bet it's fun. Open wall concept is fine, but I would love something blocking the entrance hall. Yeah. Don't get back in time and have a good rest of the stream. Thank you. No problem. Thank you for the alert. Right, so we've got to go here. Well, he said to see us here at the ICU. I assume this is where we are. Isn't it? Yeah, this is it. A long way out if not.
I said no,
Ah.
Joey.
I've heard that before. No, Joey, no, Joey, no.
I don't want you here. I don't want you in this
You
hospital.
gotta let me do my thing. I can find out what happened to this babe. Besides, you always call me in on these.
I was wondering where
Well,
he was
this
going for
time
that.
It's gonna look bad.
No kidding. You think it's an accident that Magnata brought her here?
Fuck Magnata. Should have clipped his wings years ago. He's gonna try to pin this whole fucking thing on me.
Or me? Which is why we do it my way, and I say no.
Know what?
Yo, Quinlan. Tell Dr. Burton here to let me save your friend.
Stab, 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 stab. Oh no, not you. Let me just walk a few paces closer. Not Quentin Tarantino, yeah. Falconetti's talking about. Ask her how long. No, I don't care how long
What's
she's been with him.
Falconetti talking about?
It doesn't matter. I'm not letting him do the procedure.
It does.
How long have you all known each other?
Look, Quinlan, it's personal. It has nothing to do with Pal's case, believe me.
And what's your side of that? Asking what he's talking. Hang on. What do you mean by pinning them? Well, Jesus Christ. He's supposed. Why is the main character usually thick as a brick? I mean, what does he mean by Magnotta pinning the murders on him? He means he's going to try and pin it on him. Is that really hard to work out?
What thing are you talking about, Eddie?
Decking into this chick's consciousness. I can access her brain just like I can a computer.
Well, what good is that? She's in a coma.
She's not brain dead. Her essence, her personality, whatever.
Essence?
It's all still in there. I mean, if I could just get at it, there's a chance I could even rebuild her memory.
It's not that simple. For one thing, you don't know for a fact how much of her essence she's retained. For another, you have psychological ice to deal with. You'd be fighting her mind. The strain could kill her.
Detrimental effect on IQ. Yeah, I don't like the way they keep using the term essence either. It's very weird. What are these? I can't believe my... Can't hover over them. Looks like a devil with a couple of knives. A green tentacle of some kind. And a person with black hair and blue top. They may be holding a knife. Are they all stabby? Stabby ones, is that what it is? Nice method to reach Catherine. Yeah.
Is your method dangerous?
What, are you kidding? Of course it's dangerous. We're not talking about accounting databases here. Decking into an organism's a lot harder than linking into a machine. You can't be overriding shit. You gotta watch where you're digging around. Emotions, memories, potentially very damaging. It's worth the risk, though.
Well, how do you figure?
I can rebuild her memory. I can make that image so real, you'll think it's breathing. You'll be able to stare the killer right in the eye.
Well, that would save Catherine and anybody else the Ripper had on his list. I mean, what's the real reason for preventing Falconetti from doing this, Burton?
Do I detect a little Magnotta in the reporter's line of questioning? Do any damn thing you want. I'm going to the gym.
What?
Good. Then look a little swanky there, Claire.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no.
Buns, baby. You ready?
What do you mean? We're gonna deck to Catherine's brain now?
Damn straight.
Well, he's here, isn't he?
You really get to know your girlfriend now. Here's the deal. With both of us being in there, it's gonna take everything I've got to maintain the link between us, to isolate a pathway to whatever's left of her consciousness. If her brain starts throwing ice at us, you're gonna have to fight it.
Oh, no.
Think you can handle that?
I think I can.
Maybe. Okay, let's save again, because it's going to go mental, I'm sure. We log in here? Oh, apparently. Oh no. Are these the things I'm shooting? Yeah. They're so quick, what are they? Oh my god, I do have that. Help!
Keep that ice off me.
Oh
It's on
no.
your girlfriend. It's definitely something.
What the fuck?
Shoot that ice, Quinlan.
Why is he whispering?
Keep looking for that ice, Quinlan. I'm busy. girlfriend. There's definitely something there. Shoot that vice, Quinlan.
Stop it! Pain in the ass.
Keep looking for that ice, Quinlan. I'm busy. I got us fixed in a pathway. Now let me get a piece of this action.
Okay. I can't shoot. I can't do anything, by the way. Oh my god.
Now here's what you gotta do. Burton and Cable have been feeding her as much of her personal background as they can. You need to bring her up to speed on what she knew when she was attacked. Use the information about the Ripper you think she may have known. That'll help her rebuild her memory. Right now, she's not even verbal. The more information she gets from you and Burton, the more she'll remember, the more she'll be able to tell us.
She looks so real.
That's because everything you're seeing right now is streaming directly from her brain, unmediated by any software. That's her, as her own mind's eye conceives herself. Be prepared. When you get close to her, you're gonna change. You'll look just as real.
Better than Lawnmower Man, to be fair. Oh god, I did not like that sequence. Ah, that was horrible. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. 5 more minutes, Mum. What are we supposed to be doing here? I thought you said, like, we offer information, and I click on her and nothing happened. Looks just as real. Someone didn't... like the people in charge of special effects. No. I don't have access to inventory. What am I meant to... There's no hotspots on her. Okay. Yeah. Act 2. Where are we? Hang on. Wait, what? No. Wait, what? Hang on, I'm looking up the Catherine's mind. Here we are. You try to gain actually stray shots, just blast laws. Let me help you take out this encounter. Just hold your mouse fire and yeah, okay, that I kind of understood that. Under Act 2, there are no clues, seemingly, about this. One of the things is, how can I talk to the monkey? When does that come up? Is she the monkey? Is that what this is? No, that doesn't make any sense. How is this? I don't know. I feel like this should be simple. Like it's saying, well, you don't need a hint for this, just do it. But she doesn't say anything. Can you decrypt it by poking it with? I can't. I have no access to my inventory. The hints are like, hey, you can decrypt something. Well, yeah, I mean, that comes up later, but interesting game that makes players think. Rain has no sense is being made. Can't get off my chair. Yeah, exactly. There's a cage. Well, seemingly, but again, like I can't do it. Hang on. Oh no, that's her. I can talk to her knees. Oh no, okay. This can't be broken because it's taking an action, surely. Just what the hell am I meant to do here? He said talk to her. Tickle her feet. Feet. No, okay. No, okay. Oh, okay, I just hit exit and I leave.
Not bad for a first-timer. Was it good for you, too?
You kicked ass in there.
No shit, Sherlock. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got about a month of girly mags to catch up on.
Wait, what? But I didn't do anything. We just looked at her. Does this mean I can, like, log in any time now? He's gonna remustard his suit, yeah. Right, I can. Yes, okay, right, so I guess if I decrypt stuff, I can... Right, okay, I can... Jesus Christ, okay. Right, hang on, just so I don't have to do that sequence again. Save there. Because that was, like, painful, having to keep... not, like, holding the button, but just having to move the mouse in sort of small increments, because it flies all over the place. So trying to keep within a relatively small range of motion was really hard. Okay, just checking our directions, because I can't remember what we're doing. That's... Okay, that's just her. Ignore it. Okay. I just want to... I don't know why. But I just want to... We have like a computer out here, don't we? Does that actually do anything? Or was this used last time? I think this was last time. It meant a thing. Oh. Is this the computer? No, this isn't what I was thinking. 19%. Is that like maybe her like condition? She's at 19% brain. I don't know. Be right back. No problem, Daisy. Also, I like the fact that everyone just cleared out now. They're like, you can't do this, you're mad. We're like, we're gonna do it. Okay. Right, okay. That means nothing there. What have we got here? So this is... so hang on. More computer... When runners I... How do I decrypt Catherine's journal? What do you call it, Catherine? Recall that it is Catherine's journal, yes. It is Magnotta who encrypted the journal. Oh, okay. So we need a hint from Magnotta. Again, I keep walking towards the door. Like, I hope we don't have to come back here too often because it takes so long to get here. Go to the gym? Wait, okay, so we can go to the gym to talk to what's-her-face, I guess. Okay. Interesting, okay. What's she going to tell us? Disc 4? Good lord. It's a G? How many choices do you think I have? Okay. Hello. I'm here to speak to one person, please.
You here to join up? Not a moment too soon from the looks of you.
Yes.
Interested in weights, aerobics, racket sports. Personal tip.
She looks familiar.
Start slow.
Thanks. What do you know about that woman over there, Claire Burton?
Dr. Burton? She's been running 10 miles every other day for years. Real serious. In and out. No chit-chat. Runs the Victorian London course on the treadmill.
What? 10 miles in Victorian London. What?
Do you keep records of all your members here?
Not really. The terminal on the counter has some information if you're interested.
What?
Are you interested?
Maybe.
What is this interaction? There's information on our members on the terminal on the counter. What? Do I type? No, I don't type. Guy Abadox? Making history make money. Insurance, no. Bev Bumper? Relation to... What the frig? Dougal Zeke Aziga. Dressing Queens. Jackie's Fudge. Incorporated. What the fuck? Claire Burton. Yeah. It doesn't have an I in it. I think that's weird. Address 100 West 104th Street. Tribeca Metacognitive Center. She has insurance. Notify in case of injury Joseph E. Falconetti. Relation to client's spouse. They're married. Apparently, according to this. She's 5'6", 110 pounds. Body fat 16%. Why is this on public knowledge? Who needs to know your body fat? Gigi Flowers. Employ Mantis Zippers. Skip Flowers. Uncle. I'm just going to go through in case it gives us something. Oh, right, okay. Abadaki, blah, 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 make money. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So why are we here? Just to find out information on her? That's so weird. Okay. Well, anyway, we need to go to the police station because we want to talk to Falconetti. Not Falconetti, Magnolia. Go. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Getting all these so many names mixed up. They're all the same to me. Oh yeah, I forgot about this weird drum beat in the background. Dum, dum. Vincent Magnola. Interesting. Get more useful information on Pigeon Day, maybe. Oh god, I can barely read this. Literally the only word I can read there is old bull. Or the only words. Old bull. Old bull? Apparently not. Okay. God, are we going to have to remember something he told us previously? I hope not. I would really hope not, because I think even my notes are pretty weak. Excuse me. A beefier smoke. Is that what it says? Oh my god. I could not get that at all. A beefier smoke. Just what we need. Burn Hamilton. Create virtual worlds. Big. Republican. I'll see if the anyone at the desk has anything to say. No, I was trying. Oh, I see. Sorry, you just make it up. That makes sense, though. I mean, it might as well do.
What do you got?
Oh,
A cot in the back there, Quinlan? Here's my stuff. I'm going into interrogation, Brandon. You know, little police work. How's the coffee, Sarge? Nice and hot.
Guys got balls so big they collect the gum on the floor.
ew.
They do. They drag.
The fuck?
Soho Precinct, Sergeant Brandon speaking. What's your problem? Chekhov, I'm talking to you. Right.
Chekhov?
They'll
What are we
call
laughing at? This is so weird. Scan card. Cannot use this object here. Wait, what? Any new developments?
Any new developments, Lou?
Sure, but nothing's getting us closer to the Ripper.
Like what?
Like earlier today, Magnata pulled 2 cops who have been on the Ripper case since the beginning.
The game's going
Replaced
well,
them with
yeah.
New guys. Now it's bound to set the investigation back.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's what I say. I know. Tell me about it.
It's what I say, I know, tell me about it. Oh wait, I can't use the card anymore? Oh, I have it on me. Okay, good. I picked it up. I was wondering, what the hell? Okay, hang on. So where the hell would we need the scan card? I love the way we just picked it up from underneath his nose as well. Was he supposed to be looking away or something? Where the hell would we need the scan card? On his desktop? Trying to think if there's anywhere that's been restricted. There's lost property, but that not lost property. What do I mean? Evidence. Lost property. There's evidence, but that hasn't like. Can I skip this movement? No, I can't at all. Okay. But that hasn't. Does that need a card? I mean, the guy is there. He knows who we are, so I can't see how that would help. Why can we zoom in on this? It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. I wonder sometimes, you're mentioning about, Morgan having a breakdown, what the brief is on these things. Because I don't understand why some actors seemingly have a reputation or even just, do weird shit. Like, what was the direction? Was it the fact that the director didn't know how to control an actor? Or was it the fact they didn't want to because they're like, oh no, it's Christopher Walken, I don't get to tell him what to do? Or was it that there was just none? And so the actor's just taking the piss because they're like, what does it matter? Ooh, restricted area, you say? Oh, is he in interview? Whatever.
I'm not a fucking dealer, man.
Yeah.
Those were legal dosages for my personal use. I'm holding down like 4 jobs at once, man. I need the fucking mental clarity, okay?
See how much clarity you have when I'm done with you. Those senior citizens you sold that Lucidrill B to had severe arterial hypertension. 5 of them pop blood vessels in their heads. Now talk, fuckhead. What are you looking at?
Okay. So we can go in here for about 3 seconds. Can we use any of this? No, we can't. Maybe they spent the directed budget on weird shaders for 3. Maybe it's so odd that there's like this idea that some actors are just.
Enough, okay? I sold those fossils some Lucid B. Not my fault they had blowouts. I mean, what are you making a big deal out of this for? It's not like they weren't ready for the big sleep.
It's touching to see you feel so deeply. They say underneath the skin of every junkie runs the blood of a poet. I wouldn't know. I'm just a cop who loves his job. No performance now, Mother. I'm in rehearsal.
A pretty good idea what you'll get if you hire Christopher Walken. True, yeah, but he's done good roles. He can be a sensible actor. So I wonder why sometimes it's like actors just go a bit mental. They're just like, wackiness. Where are we going now? What even is this? Caution, automatic door? Okay, that's another way out. I keep doubling back on myself so much because I can't tell if there's another route to take. Okay, again, that's our way out. All right, good to know. Yeah, it's just really weird. It's like the reputation like Nick Cage has. Obviously, he's not, a game person, but he's just a wacky actor. But he is also a good actor. He's done great things. So it's just like, why is some of this weird and some of it not? How well to mollify him? Yeah, maybe. Right, so this is probably going to be where we use his ID card.
Files are locked. Looks like I need some kind of ID card to open them.
Luckily, we have one. Ooh, what we got here? Okay.
Vince Magnotta's personnel file. Could make for interesting reading.
Single tech rating, highest level tech rating. Citation, Silver Cross for bravery. Scorpio Award for the highest bounty collection. Virtual cluster for outstanding police work in sea space. Fatalities in line of duty. 6 fatalities in the line of duty. Details of each case stored in core backup files. Access file name Slayer. But that's it. whole game does have a bit of a we're making it up as we go along feel. Yeah, and it's odd that seemingly, I don't wish this to be too rude, but seemingly the most incompetent actor is the main character. He pulls off some weird stuff and you're just like, I don't understand why you felt the need to... Like, a second ago when the guy was on the phone and he's laughing. Like, what are you laughing at? I literally haven't heard anything funny. I don't get this. Damn it, it's not Slayer. Okay, never turns down. I've heard that. Do you know what? I saw an interview with him and he was saying... Because I watched that film... what's it called? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent? Something like that. Sometimes I wish he had. Yeah, I bet probably sometimes maybe he wishes he had. But someone said it was during that time that it came out. Unfortunately, that film is not as funny as I'd hoped it would be. It turns out all the best stuff is literally in the trailer. They did like one of these, ask him some questions and, AMA for some magazine somewhere or something. And he was saying about how like one of the hardest roles was apparently to play himself because it's like a parody of him. Is that the one where people dream about him? No, this is the new one. No, that one is that looks really quite interesting. So that's the thing. I can see him in that role not being crazy. Whereas The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is the one where he plays basically Nicolas Cage, gets hired by Pedro Pascal, who playing someone else, obviously, to go and be on his island. It's very weird. There are moments I'm just like, this joke just absolutely crashed. It really wasn't worth it. You had to go to the island. Yes, yeah. I remember. Fair enough. Yeah, hang on. Is it really not Slayer? Oh, come on, that was so obvious. Okay, let's have another look. since the only thing I wrote down didn't work, apparently. So there's got to be more clues there somewhere. Okay.
It's Magnotta's personnel file. Could make for interesting reading.
Psychological profile. Houston Street, Vincent Magnotta, birth. July 24th, 1997. Just going to write this shit down in case I need it later. Silver Cross for bravery, 34. Scorpio Award. $35 to $40. This game cost $4 million to make. 4 million what, Skittles? Yeah. Because the one where he got his ball exploded was terrible. I would imagine it is. I have no idea what you're talking about. Although, do you know what? That does ring a bell, but I can't think what film it was. It was definitely not one I've seen. Welcome back, Diddy. You haven't missed a lot. We saw Magnotta beating up a guy. We stole his ID, and now his ID has allowed us to get into records. I was hoping the records would offer us the code to decrypt the journal. It's a terrible film. Don't watch it. Will do. And this is the record. The only word I came away with was Slayer, and that's not it, apparently. So we're just having another look. Fatalities in Line of Duty are 6 of them, each of them in the backup files. Access file name Slayer. So I probably need that somewhere else instead then. So, fine. But, so where the hell would that be then? Is there another computer in here? Has progressed to gibbering loon. Yes, yeah. Okay, so I can't go that way. Okay, so I can just spin on the spot here for some reason. Okay. That's literally just the way back to the door. Okay, right, so that's the only thing we have in here, apparently. Rippers, 3D artists. We were making it up as we went along. We worked around the clock. People thought we were drunk, but we were just sleep deprived. Oh my god. I mean, Jesus, 4 million? I understand, like, in the grand scheme of things, when you talk about, years of work and there's technology involved and lots of people, that 4 million doesn't actually spread that far, as well as you probably end up spending, like, 500,000 or whatever just on, Christopher Walken maybe. But, and some of the other people here, but it's ridiculous that that it would cost that much, and it feels unfinished in a way. Not necessarily that obviously there are bits missing or it's buggy in any fashion. I just really feel like they could have added more to it, but probably ran out of time. So they're like, no, brush over that. Doesn't matter. Oh, okay, again, still nothing going on here. Like it's just, like I said, there's no aspect to sort of certain levels of feedback for things. You get a clue and you have no idea you've got it. You pick up an object you don't know until you check your inventory, or a new location especially. It doesn't in any way tell you these things are happening. Okay, so being sleep deprived is in fact more dangerous than being drunk. I can well believe it, yes. The shoot was so complex that the writers were on set at all times, often making changes as they went along. How? What the hell? Well, apparently we just can't go down to evidence, apparently. Why? The plot doesn't seem that complicated so far.
What's the buzz in the precinct on Falconetti?
Word is that outlaw's mixed up in this somehow. Magnata's pulled the hard copies on all of Falconetti's records, and he's had
they shot it in order,
put
yeah.
on computer files. There must be something there he's looking for.
Or maybe something he's trying to hide.
What, a typical movie script is around 120 pages. Ripper's was 317 and a full 4 inches thick. Why? People aren't talking that much.
Lou, what do you know about the Hamilton-Wofford murder?
I haven't followed the case. I don't know much about the guy except that he did some work for the precinct some years ago.
What kind of work?
Magnata hired him, 5-6 years back to build a virtual target range for the cadet cyberspace training.
So Magnata knew him?
Yeah, that's probably why he took the case on, even though he's got his hands full with the Ripper.
So we have a potential password for files. They all thought they were in different movies. Probably. I can't go to the right, so I can't go to evidence anymore. Catherine Powell's apartment, pointless. Safe house, irrelevant. Gym, not useful. Newsroom, maybe. I'm at the police station. See, there's the file room, which had nothing but the file. That was it. With no computers or anything as far as Desk Sergeant Magnata's office, again, can only access his cigars. And the interrogation room, irrelevant. Seemingly. We opened it a couple of times, nothing happened. Nobody knew what was going on. No, it doesn't seem like it. Smokehouse, Tribeca Centre, we've got the ICU lab, morgue, reception area. Morgue? Why can we still go to the morgue? Her apartment is irrelevant. I'm gonna... Jesus, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go into the cyberspace thing, see if anything new is unlocked, because again, it doesn't tell us. If there's like a, precinct files section or something that it wants to update us on, that we now have the password for. I'll see if that's happened. I don't recall seeing anything about that, but
Virtual Dynamics operating system.
Exit cyberspace.
No. So that could be a shooting range, maybe? That doesn't help. Omega, I don't know what that's about. Warp space, no idea.
Virtual Herald.
Don't need it. Apples? Weird Black Widow. Wasn't that the library? So we can't go back there anymore. Falconetti Circus, irrelevant. Urban Incorporated, nothing. Can't go to her well. God knows what the fuck that is about.
Exit cyberspace.
Wow, so we can only go to one place anyway. Okay. Right, okay, well, it's good to know. We ruled it out. Jesus Christ, okay. Can't be useful. Again, why would we go to the gym? I mean, they might leave it open in case there's information here we need.
You should check out the club shop. Or do you plan on working out in that overcoat?
Okay. Again, irrelevant. Okay. So the Geim is no good. Why can we still go to her apartment? I don't understand what's there. I don't think what we even knew what we were making. Maybe none of the actors did. Linda says. Walken read his lines off a teleprompter and would tell now defunct Fusion magazine that the experience was close to what being on Saturday Night Live. The actors read cue cards. To be fair, there are moments like when it seems like he's doing something, like he's providing a role, like whether he's reading the lines, you know, from memory or off a prompter or whatever. The character is vaguely there and consistent, but yeah, I think there might be a clue in the pocket, maybe. But yeah, it doesn't seem so. He seems consistent, but just weird. Like, I mean, the whole what's the flicking the coffee thing about? Again, it's just acting odd, seemingly for the sake of it. It's like, but that's again, that is not in keeping in character. Or it's written on a shirt. Maybe, I mean, I don't know what clues we're following here, because, like, it's how to decrypt it. Oh my god, really? Hang on, right, okay, so, hang on, I've looked up the hint system again. It was like, we have to remember that Magnotta encrypted the journal, because that's what I was thinking, like, what we need to do. Where are we? Hang on, let's just pick somewhere to be. Go here. We might end up going... Yeah. Might end up going down to the morgue. So it's like... The next clue is pick a word which Magnotta might use. Right, okay. If you get the word right, the decryption will start. So it just randomly choose a word he might use? I'm trying to think. I mean... It sounds like you didn't have much context about what the end result would be, especially as most of the set would have been blue screen. Well, yes, exactly. There is that. I mean, these things are, I can imagine, very hard to portray to the actors. Cue that picture of Gandalf, you know, Ian McKellen sat there amongst all these blue things and not a single actor in sight. You know, it's crazy. Hang on, so we just choose a word he might use, and if we get it right, it will decrypt itself? Punk. Nope. I'm actually... Jesus. What would... I used to do a psychological evaluation on the character now. I don't know what he would say. How is this useful? Hang on. It's a single word. Oh, actually, it depends on what puzzle level we're on. Did we ever change that? What? Where's our options? What puzzle level are we on? We're on medium? Oh, that shit. There we go. Combat difficulty easy. Good to know. Good to know. There we go. I thought 4 mil was bad. Toonstruck was 8 mil. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Jesus, let me just get this. Check the police personnel file that is locked. How? Where? Did you find the key card? Yeah. Evidence room in the tray. Yeah. Oh, just take the card. No, the word is easy to see. Oh, is it different because I had it on medium? So is it now... God damn it, it's not what I wanted. Database. Is it now Slayer? Yes, okay, because we had it on medium difficulty, it was harder. Why have I got it on medium difficulty? That's insane. I don't need that. Oh, wow, okay. Is this I or 1? 1. Can the killer really be a modern-day Jack the Ripper? Like his namesake is, he eviscerates and brags about it in crazed letters to the public. Like his namesake, he holds a city in terror. The police are helpless to stop him. He strikes without warning and vanishes without a trace. I suspect the Ripper is one of 3 people. Vincent Magnotta, the lead detective in the case, Claire Burton, the Metacog cyber surgeon, or Joey Falconetti, a legendary deck cowboy with a criminal past. I must investigate these 3, learn anything I can about them. Oh, okay. Good. It's decrypted already. Okay. Oh, interesting. But we have hit our 2-hour mark. I don't feel as though we did as much as we could have there, because I was wandering around going like, what the fuck? And Slayer would have worked like 10 minutes ago if I got it right. Well, she runs in Victorian London. She does. Yeah. See, I don't believe it's Falconetti. I think he's like... I think he is a scapegoat that is being used. Magnotta, I don't know. I don't know if he could be driven to be that crazy. Hang on, also, I'd just like to point out, that clue was a word he might use. Have I heard him use the word Slayer? It was just written down somewhere. That's crazy. Anyway, point is, whereas, could she, I don't know enough about her. It's obviously walking. It could well be, to be fair. I mean, you know, his character could, you know, flip on a dime. You never know. But flip on a dime. You know what I mean? Maybe it is, but she's also pretty suspect right now because she's just so distant, and I don't know. But I think she could easily be crazy. You know, because we just don't know enough about her to see that she's a solid character. See, Falconetti's crazy, but kind of like we know it. But it's great to see you back. Hey, that's all right. We're finishing now anyway. Jimbot, thank you for the tier 1. It's very kind of you. Hope you enjoy your ad-free viewing. Yes, I'm afraid we are here at the end anyway, because we've gone past the 2-hour mark, and we have not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, hydration. Sorry, I was too busy chatting away. Do you know what? Hang on. Let me do the thing I need to do. Do that. Get rid of that in the background. There we go. Right, sorry, that's me hydrate. Oh, cat. Oh my god. Give me a second, would you? Yeah, grumble. There we go. Yeah. I stay until the end. Yeah. Yeah. Feared me, father. It is gone 1. So yes, he probably wants his lunch. You're right. He's not being too insane at the moment. Just wait there. Just wait there. There we go. Oh, if you hear that rumbling, by the way, that's a car in the background. Or a motorbike, I think it is, actually. Anyway. Well, we shall... I'm not sure I'm going to make any promises. Also, cat, feed chair... my chair arm, yes, yeah. I was going to say feed chair arm, what? That's crazy. I'm not going to make any promises about when I'll be back, because... Oh, you got Pikmin, nice. Because, I just, I keep saying it, and then I never, I'm never here. So, we're just, the plan is to pick up streaming, Who's Pikmin? It's a game. Yeah, the plan is we'll go back to normal, but, geez, we'll play it by ear. If we go back to schedule, it'll be next Wednesday, be the next stream. I don't know what to do. It won't be Ripper, in theory. I don't know what it's going to be. I think probably we'll pick up... See, now, I'm in a slight dilemma. We've only got a few weeks until Halloween, and I picked up the new Jonathan Boats game, Incubus, which I'd like to play around Halloween time. It's going to get all dark and spooky. That'd be cool. Maybe even do a later day stream just so we can make sure it's dark. But until then, because it is a really good game. I'm still playing through it, sort of bits and pieces in my own time. But is anybody there? Yeah, spoopy. So I would really like to sort of play it around then. So maybe we could just pick up. Right, maybe we'll just start the next game of Siberia. So Siberia 2. And just around Halloween, we'll just skip it and then come back to it at a later time because, it's going to need that break in there anyway. That might be what we do. So next Wednesday, in theory, we'll start Siberia 2. And then it'd be more Ripper next Friday. And we'll see where we go from there. And yeah, I'm going to be pretty generous with the clues on Ripper, I think, because it hurts my brain. It don't work for me. So we'll go from there. So yeah, that's what we do. Oh, do you know what? I should open up Twitch and see if anybody's on. That would make more sense. And turn it down. Make sure I'm not doing weird. Probably who we got on? No Man's Sky. Meh. Valheim. Wow. I haven't seen them for ages. That's a while. More Barrow Hill. No, we played the 2, unfortunately. There are no more at the moment. Although there are others. So again, Incubus would be the one we're going to play. It's imagine. All I'll say about it, and unless you know otherwise yourself, is imagine Phasmophobia with a plot. Is that kind of style, and it's not multiplayer either. So it's really interesting, but also not massively long. So we could probably easily get through it in 1, maybe 2 streams. Yeah, it's not one. I think is going to be a bit of a rush. So a couple of streams. So that would last us over like the Halloween period, I think, and that would be quite cool. But there are other little games here and there that I'd like to throw in because, not Darkling Room, the other one, Shadow Tour, who is Jonathan Boakes' partner's company. He's had a couple of games come out as well, which I'm interested in, but I haven't got around to buying. So at some point, we'll tackle them, and they're not necessarily spooky, but they are a little interesting. So they sort of follow a similar kind of theme. So we'll go with that at some point. But anyway, I don't see anyone to raid that's of any sense to me. So sounds fun. They're doing a Time Team game, aren't they? They are. Yes, yeah. They've been given the rights as such because they work with Time Team because they do the 3D recreations during their digs and such. That they're actually they've got the rights to good for archaeologists' wifeys. Yeah, they've got the rights to produce a Time Team game, so you get to be all archaeological and stuff. So that sounds interesting, but I don't know how far down the line that is. They sort of only announced it this summer, so it could be a couple of years away or something like that. But it's interesting, and it's good to see something from Darkling Room, Jonathan Boakes, come out at all. Really, he has a notorious reputation for not releasing, which is again, I've said it in the past. He doesn't owe us anything, so that's fine. But it does leave you wanting, and it's good to see it when it does come out. Also, I'd recommend going to his YouTube, which is Darkling Room. He's got a couple of ghost hunts on there if they're of interest to you, and they are more realistic. They're interesting. So they're not sort of over the top crazy stuff. In fact, they've just been to what's it called? 20 East Drive, is it, in Pontefract? That's a notorious haunted house in the UK. How do you spell it? Darkling. So DARK LING ROOM. Darkling Room. I think it's all one word, but I'm sure if you typed it otherwise, it would come up. No, not Darling Room. Is it 30? 30 East Drive. Yeah. He's damn it, autocorrect. He's put up like a couple of things saying that I don't know if they've actually like fully recorded and they're going to release a video on their Pontefract ghost hunt, or whether he's just saying they were there. Darkling Room, that's the one. But they've just been there and I hope a video comes out about it. But I don't know. He hasn't said he will. He's just been updating people on what he's doing. But yeah, it's anyway. So that's the next sort of few weeks as an idea. We'll play some Siberia and Ripper until Ripper's finishes, and then we'll change to something else, and then we'll go spooky in a few weeks' time for the Halloween. So yeah, God, that's rushing up again. It's another one of those things. But that's it for today. We are well over our. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thank you everybody for being here. Much appreciated. Thank you to Azimuth, Nevik, and Jim Bob for the and Ranicor for the subs and the bits for Nevik. Thank you. And Halloween is great though. It is. I'm looking forward to that nice season. We've got a good autumn underway already. Thank you for the stream, no problem. Yeah, it's already cooling down and sort of feeling all autumny, and getting the house tidied up, so we're going to have a nice Christmas this year, I think. We sort of basically missed it last year, so looking forward to it. So yeah, pumpkins. You have all the pumpkins you want. They're not really what I do it for, but yes, we're coming around to it. Anyway, right, I better go feed these cats before they decide to eat me. So thank you everybody for being here. Pumpkin pie. Do you know what? Pumpkin pie. Sorry, quite tiny side conversation. Pumpkin pie is one of those things. Every time I see a picture of it, I think, "Ooh, that looks nice." The texture looks really smooth and stuff. But I've never eaten it, and I can't say I'm interested in the flavour of pumpkin enough to bother trying. It just looks nice to look at. Anyway, so yeah, thank you everybody. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated you're here. It's good to see you, everybody. Thank you all for coming back after so long, and I won't make any promises, but hopefully we'll be back next week, because physically remove you from your chair, husband. Yeah, yes, quite possibly. So yeah, we'll call it there. Thank you everybody. Take care, have a good time. I have to move the cat so I don't press his tail instead of the button I need. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. Have a good night, have a good day. See you all later. Have fun. See you again next week. Bye. Bye bye.